What's happening, boxing fans? It is Dr. Bring It. What's going on, people? It has been quite some time since my last post, but regardless, we are in for a pretty good conversation today. I want to talk to you guys about John Riel Casimero, Filipino boxer, champion, versus Naoya Inoue of Japan, the monster. What do you guys think of it? But before I get into each fighter's style, I want to ask you guys a certain series of questions here. Because this was a very, very interesting matchup. As you probably know, if you've watched Casimero fight, and if you've watched Inoue fight, both of them are very, very dangerous. Now, I'm gonna ask a couple of series of questions just to kind of help us narrow down what we think about this matchup. Do you think that Casimero is stronger than Nonito Donaire? Okay. Do you think that Donaire is a better boxer than Casimero? All right. I think you guys know where I'm getting to with these series of questions, but let me continue on. Do you think that Inoue is a more technical fighter than Casimero? Okay. Do you think that Inoue has a better chin than Tete? Okay. Tete fought Casimero not too long ago and was knocked out by Casimero. Who has the better footwork, Casimero or Inoue? Who has more power, Casimero or Inoue? Who has better defense, Casimero or Inoue? Who has better footwork? Who's faster on the feet, Inoue or Casimero? See, all of these questions play at hand when you have to decide who's going to win, when you're going to have to decide who the winner is. Now, let's talk about Casimero first. Casimero's been out there for a while. He does have some losses under his belt. However, you can't judge a fighter necessarily by their losses. You just can't, because it really boils down to experience as well, heart, tenacity, all of these different qualities in a boxer you have to factor in. And Casimero, although he doesn't have much of a defense, you cannot ignore the fact that he is very fast on his feet and he's a powerful fighter. He's a powerful puncher. He has a very, very good chin. He can take a punch, which is probably why he doesn't mind getting hit. His hands are always low because he depends on his footwork to come in and feint and light you up with hooks and uppercuts. Now, is he going to catch Inoue? Probably in 12 rounds, which I'm not sure if it'll last 12 rounds. But there's a really good chance that Casimero is going to catch Inoue. Now, here's the thing. What are the chances that Casimero, as wild as he is, now are we all in agreement that Casimero is a wild boxer? Okay. I'd like to consider it like controlled wildness, if that makes any sense. He is awesome at what he does, and he has always fought this way. He's always fought with his hands down. He uses his feet to close the distance, to kind of like get positioning, and he bangs to the body. He's a body puncher, people. and he likes to uppercut. So that's what really makes him absolutely dangerous. But one thing that concerns me about Casimero is the fact that he does have his hands down. Okay? That when I first saw him fight, I just noticed this, and like that kind of style, I mean, that's why he's got losses under him, right? I mean, that's just one of the fundamental things. Now that's actually on the same token, that's what makes him a very dangerous fighter because he likes to set those traps because his hands are down. You know, his opponents go in, think they have an opening, but he already sees it coming, and he likes to roll with his punches. He rolls and then throws his like haymaker uppercuts, rolls, throws his haymaker hooks. And I mean, he's just a very, very powerful fighter. So if he catches Inoue, there is a good chance that he'll wobble Inoue. He will. I don't think Inoue is necessarily invincible. He was rocked by Nonito, but he was able to last 12 rounds because he has pretty good defense. So let's talk about Inoue real quick. Okay, Inoue, obviously, he's a very technical fighter. He likes to develop his game like a chess match. Now, I'm not saying that Casimero doesn't develop his game either, because he likes to actually go to the body as well, but he's more of a brute force kind of a fighter than Inoue. Okay? Inoue is brute force as well, but he's a systematic brute force, if that makes any sense. He's going to go in and develop his game. He's going to come in and go to the body. Jabs and go to the body to bring the guard down. Now, obviously, Casimero's guard is already down, but he's going to have to establish a body game just so mentally Casimero is going to expect body shots. So when Inoue comes in, because he also has good feints, okay? And once he establishes body shots, he's going to go up to the head. He's now, again, like I've seen a lot more tactics from Inoue's game. When he comes in, he likes to pin arms, tie people up, and then pin the arms, and then cause openings, create opportunities. Not so much Casimero. Casimero, he sees it. I mean, the guy's a knockout artist because, like, once he sees his opening, he goes for the kill. But Inoue, I would say, is probably more patient and systematic, more technical fighter. I'm not sure if a lot of people would necessarily disagree with that statement, which is why I'm going to lean more towards Inoue to win, because he has more technical skill. Now, does technical skill always trump an unorthodox boxer? No, not necessarily. If you're unorthodox enough and awkward enough, and you couple that with maybe a little bit of nerves on a big stage, that might actually weigh in a little bit more strength to the unorthodox fighter. So Casimero, what does he have to lose? He really has everything to gain. The guy already has he has some losses under his belt, so he really has nothing to lose. Everything to gain. If anything, the one to lose is Inoue. No losses. Everyone's like riding on him to win. But I don't necessarily think he's going to walk through Casimero. Casimero is a very tough fighter. But when I think about this match, Casimero's going to be open. And the thing is, Inoue has a better defense. He just does. So as much as Casimero can use his footwork, and be able to close the distance, I think he's pretty much going to see Casimero's attack and be able to cover up and prevent himself from being knocked out. Now, can he get caught with an uppercut? Absolutely, he can get caught. But he already knows. He already knows that he has to defend himself against these haymakers. So he's going to have to come out there and be very, very smart against the dangerous Casimero punches. But here's one thing to consider. Casimero against Tete. The first couple of rounds were very patient. Casimero was very patient, picking and choosing his shots. And then all it took really was just one little exchange. He feinted in. Tete came in and he threw, and Casimero threw a counter right hook right to the temple, which knocked Tete like all over the place, and he just couldn't recover really. Now, can that happen with Inoue? Sure. If the circumstances is right. I mean, boxing it's all about timing, right? So you got these two boxers who really, really heavily rely on timing. And all it takes is one exchange. And all it takes is one temple shot. And either fighter can be done, pretty much. Can that happen against Inoue? Can Inoue get rocked? Sure, absolutely. He can get rocked also. But you can never question like a true puncher. Casimero is a very dangerous puncher. But when you look at skill-wise, there's 12 rounds of boxing. You have to ask yourself, what's more likely? Is it more likely that Inoue is going to get caught with a Casimero punch and get knocked out? Or is it more likely that we're going to see a systematic dismantling of one of the opponents? That's how I look at it. Absolutely. It's very, Inoue could knock out Casimero in the first round, but Casimero can also knock out Inoue in the first round. Both of them have the knockout power to knock each other out in the first round. But because they know this of each other, there's going to be a chess match. But if it goes into the chess match, then Inoue he's the one that has the edge. Because he has more of the arsenal. He has more, he is the more complete package. He has everything. He has everything. Casimero doesn't necessarily have everything. I mean, obviously, he doesn't have the defense that Inoue has. He's going to have to come out there. In order for Casimero to win, I think, honestly, he has more of a chance if he goes in and really tries to overwhelm Inoue. But Inoue, with the confidence that he has right now, I'm not sure if Casimero is going to be able to really intimidate Inoue unless he catches him really early with his signature uppercut and hooks. If he catches Inoue with an uppercut really early and like rocks him, Inoue is going to have to kind of respect that. But again, what are the chances that that's going to happen? It's not likely. So who do I pick to win? Despite me wanting my countrymen to win, I would love the Filipinos to once again like hold, this trophy at the end. Trust me, I would love to see that. But when I think of it in a technical standpoint, Inoue really has the edge. He has the edge in this one, people. Is there going to be a knockout? Probably. And again, I go back to that first set of questions that I have. Does Casimero have the chin that Nonito has? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to say Nonito has a stronger chin. So there very well could be a mid to late knockout by Inoue, and we might see Casimero knocked out, spread out, maybe by a body shot. You know, he's very strong. He's got a strong chin, but Inoue's his body shots, his liver shots, even brought down Nonito. Nonito, I was really surprised that he even stood up at the end of that match when he took a knee. Can Inoue do that with Casimero? I think so. So let me know what you guys think. Again, Filipinos, I'm sure, you know, please don't be too crazy on me here, okay? I want to see Casimero win also. I do. I just can't help but just notice the skill difference. But trust me, I really do hope that Casimero's tactics and his smarts and his will to win, I hope he wins. I hope he wins. So let me know what you guys think. Please chime in. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Smash the subscribe button, like it, share it, and I'd love to talk to you guys in the forum. All right? Have an awesome day. We'll talk to you soon.